Hello and welcome everyone. This is a playlist DSA Made Easy for beginners where it is going to be of very short duration. I am going to be walking through all the concepts required uh, to have the understanding of DSA. We will be looking at all the major topics and covering everything at least in a beginner friendly way. So, in this first video, we are going to be learning about variables and data types, right? So, variables and data types. So, in programming, uh, in programming, we assign variables uh, to to indicate that a piece of value is going to change over the period of execution of a code, right? In simple terms, let's say we have come across many mathematical expressions like x square plus 3y plus some constant, let's say 6 is equals to 10 or something like this. So here x and y are variables, which means x and y are variables which can take up any values and the equation needs to be satisfied. Let us not worry about the mathematical part, but this is the understanding. Even in programming language or even when we are writing a piece of code, we use variables uh, to assign or to give a placeholder for some sort of a value to be taken up during the code execution. So now that we know that there is something called variable, so this also needs to have some value assigned to it. Like for example, let's say we can assign 1 and here let's say 1, so this equation comes to 10, right? So this can be an integer number. So this value that we are seeing here can be of assigned with a data type of int. So there are multiple data types. For example, there are data types such as int, float, bool, boolean, ones or zeros, characters, and strings. So there are multiple uh, program program a programming language provides set of data types which are also called as primitive data types, while there can also be abstract data types or user defined data types, uh, which allow the user to define custom objects. Like for example, let's say we want to have a data type assigned to a person, or every time we create an object of person, let's say name person 1, right? So is new object, and we can say this can take up properties such as name, which can be string, and age, which can be an integer or a whole number, and maybe an address, which can be string, blood group, which can be uh, here, let's say if it is a single character, then we can assign a single character, let's say a, b, c, and o. But we also have a positive, negative, positive, negative, right? So so we can have some character assigned for a positive, a negative, and so on. So then we can say this can take up a character, and each character will be associated to a specific blood group, right? So this is about variables and data types in short. So since this playlist is going to be done mostly in JavaScript, so I would like to take few minutes just to say what are the different variables that are present. Like for example, let's say there is let data type which says we are free to use any value, like let is equals to 5 or y is equals to 6 or so, right? So this can be a variable declaration. And in case of data types, there are multiple data types. Say there are for variables, this is let, const, var, right? So these are few things. And in case of data types, at least in the context of JavaScript, there are strings, numbers, booleans, objects, arrays, null, null and undefined being values to a specific data type, right? So these are values for a data type initially, at least, right? So yeah, this is about variables and data types.